So today I just figured out something in Fusion 360. I was playing around in 3D sketch mode. I'll bring you back in. And I was thinking, okay, I want to have this point closer to this projected spline, which I have separated. So I want to bring this closer to the middle, like this, and just dragging the points. And then it doesn't really move the way I want it to. And how can I make it move closer to this area here? Like I actually want it closer, but I want it further down. So how do you do that? Well, actually, I found out that you can do this from some points here. So double click on, or just click on the cube up here to get the first orientation you want. Remember, I am in 3D mode here. So you drag the points and you get the points in the orientation you sort of want them, but in the spot where you have it. So what is you just double click them and then you drag them down into the orientation you want them. Press enter, okay? You drag them down into the orientation you want. Press enter. You can also just double click it, but it's sort of in the way now for my view, so I'm not double clicking. So when you double click on the points and it's spline, you get the ability to move it in the XY axis. But when you do that, it only goes on the XY axis. Okay, so let's say I want to move it on this axis. Then I want to move it like this way. And then I can double click on this one. I can sort of move it in the direction, but I want to just move it like that. Here I'm just double clicking to readjust on those axes. And now you can see it's starting to come to the place where I actually want it to be. And then I want it a little bit further down here, because now you can see it's drawing it there. So I'll just double click that and I'll just do it linear in the axis. So in this case, I want it to be lower than that point. And if you press Control, you can see where you started. And then you just keep lowering. So I want it there. As long as you're only double clicking to do the specific axis, you're keeping the 3D orientation that you're working in. So now I have reached a point where actually I find that I want to be. So I'll check the front again. The front is a little bit low, I think. So I'll bring it up a bit. But the way you decide which space you're in is like when you click on the cube and you decide, okay, I want to be in this orientation. So when I go up now and see, you can see that the orientation is pretty great there. So now I can remove the body and I can say, okay, I want to select this and this. Oh, that's the wrong one. I just want to go from here, and then I want to loft in the surface, loft to the part I had here. And that way I have got a little bit better orientation to what I wanted to loft to. So when I bring the model in, you can see it fits better under the rim of the cap than it did before. Now I want it to be around here. So what I do is I just remove the body again, and I can just cancel that for now. And then I just go in and I say, okay, I want to edit this sketch. And then can bring in the body. I can say front, okay, I don't want it there. There. Cube. Right side. And I can click on the corner. I can say, okay, I want to bring it closer to here. A little bit further out. There. Bring that closer to here. And now you can tell that when I do the loft, it will be more linear to the point that I did it here. So, okay. And then I'll have to wait a little bit. It's thinking. There. And I'll remove this. Then I'll go in and say, okay, I want that one. And then I want to create a loft to this one. I can just show how that looks on the figure. That looks much better. And it does not clip into the edge of the hat as I hope. Okay. That's looking good. I'll keep that one. I'll fix the edit sketch. I'll do the same here. So I have it where I want it here, but I want it on top. So say, okay, here. I want to move it in. Here I'm just double clicking because I can easily see the points. I did find that if you are too rough with the edges of like projected splines, you can get errors saying that the spline cannot be calculated. So I want to bring this further in there. Now I need to check where it aligns here on the left. And it didn't go well, so I'll just drag that down a little bit. So you can see here on the left that everything is sort of out of whack. So I'll just bring them down to be more linear with the sketch. So here I'm double clicking because it's easy to see where they are. But as you can see here, this is the height that everything is on. It's not actually the height I want. Actually, it's partially the height I want here on the edge. I'll bring this one down a little bit. Sometimes it may look confusing when you are working in a 3D space. Like this, okay. So I got a rough curve of where I want to be here. So you can see when you're working with double clicking on the points, it's much easier to get the correct space you want. So now I have got it looks almost like glasses. Now I can do a finish, and then I can do a removal of that, and I can take this part and I can create a loft that is much easier and better to use as a cutting tool, because that's my point here. I'm going to make a cutting and press OK. I think I like that a lot. And the reason I did that is because when I now go and bring in the model and I can do loft from there, create loft to this edge. Okay. And then you can see the small area that had as a gap here, it is now lofted and it's much better to use. So I go in here and you can see there is a small gap here. Here is a small gap. You can see here. Then I can do a loft from there to this edge. In theory, that should look pretty good from the right as well. I'll wait with that one because it's not ready. Anyway, that was my point with showing you how you can sort of get the correct orientation inside 3D space when you want to move the points of a spline. So instead of just dragging them around, double click on them and then use the cube up here to have the better orientation, and then you can drag it in the orientation using the arrows. Makes it much more easier to control. So I hope this video was a little bit helpful, and thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.